Test, test, test. Testing. Good. How are you, sir?
Doing well. Hey,
Good.
Can I send out on the live stream? I'll send it out to our team back home. Fantastic.
So it's just this link,
Okay.
or you can do the barcode, either one.
I wonder if I can scan that and post it.
Sure.
I'll probably just do the link. This one.
Yeah. Yep. And in fact, the next two games will be on that same link. As soon as I stop this one, as soon as it's over,
Okay.
start a new live stream for the next game, and then I'll do the same thing for the third game.
I'm just going to post it out. Thank you so much.
You bet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PCCS TV. Tonight's game is Polk County Christian School hosting the Aurora Christian Academy Arrows. This is starting with the middle school boys game. Tip-off in just under 3 minutes. So, real quick before tip-off, let's run through the rosters real quick. PCCS middle school boys, I'm going to apologize. I do not have a roster for the Aurora middle school boys, so I'll just have to call numbers for them. It's public. Yeah. And it is called Bolivar Community.
Okay, so not locked, just...
Right.
All right, perfect.
You're on it.
right,
Thank you, ma'am. Yep. All right, pardon the interruption. We are back, and I don't have a roster for the Aurora Christian Academy middle school boys team. I do have a roster for the high school girls and the high school boys, and my apologies, I failed to ask for that roster for the middle school boys. So the roster for the middle school for PCCS, I do not have starters listed yet. We'll figure that out when the coach puts them on the court. But the roster is 0, Tyler Anderson. Number 3, Landon Gray. Number 4, Brady Schultz. Number 7, Jacob Van Hornbeek. Number 14, J.R. Collins. You know, I think that's Jake Collins. And number 22, Asher Griffith. Number 24, Joe Bravada. Number 25, Lexi Clemens. Number 30, Gideon Walker. Number 31, Jonah Skinner. 32, Phoenix Russell. And number 41, Jacob Schubert. And the Knights, well, all the players are back at their benches, their respective benches, getting ready for tip-off, getting the last instructions from the coaches. You're watching PCCS TV. This broadcast is copyright Polk County Christian School. Stop by our school at 2490 West Tower Drive in Bolivar and see what we are doing to provide a Christian education for children in our area. As soon as this game is over, we will end the live stream. As soon as this game is over, we will end the live stream and start a new broadcast for the next game. And that'll be the high school girls, PCCS Knights versus ACA Arrows. And then as soon as that game's over, we'll start a third broadcast for the PCCS Knights versus ACA Arrows high school boys team. All right, players are taking the court for a moment of prayer. We'll have a moment of silence. All right. You can find Polk County Christian School on the web at polkcountychristianschool.org or on YouTube at youtube.com/@PCCS and on Facebook at facebook.com/Polk County Christian School. During halftime, we will revisit the upcoming schedule for PCCS broadcasts and a few other items. All right, Asher Griffith going for the tip-off for PCCS. And the tip is up, and Arrows get the tip. And the ball's off to 31. Number 2 puts it up for a long two-point shot right off the bat. Missed shot, but the Arrows get the rebound. Now they're putting up a three-point shot, and it's over the basket. Arrows get another rebound and bounce pass over to the near side. Number 2's bounce pass up to 31. And Landon Gray trying to force a steal there. Cross paint to number 2, and Arrows. First one's on the board with a two-pointer. John Van Hornbeek bringing the ball in to Landon Gray, going to bring it down for the Knights. Landon over to Tyler Anderson in the far corner. Tyler back up to Landon in the wing. And Landon bounce pass inside to Van Hornbeek. Van Hornbeek to Griffith, back to Gray. Gray pivoting, looking for a player, gets it over to Asher. Arrow's got a hand on that, almost took the ball. Landon's got it back in the wing, driving toward the paint, putting the shot up, and it's no good. And Arrows get that rebound. Number 14 passes the ball over to 31. 31's going to bring it down for the Arrows. And 31 driving straight into the paint, putting the shot up, and it's a good shot. Well, nope, it was not in the basket. 14 got the rebound, put it out, and that was number 1, put it back up. Missed shot. 41's got the ball. He's driving in, putting it up for 2, and it's suddenly 4-0. Arrows lead. Landon Gray bringing the ball back for the Knights. Bounce pass over to Collins. Collins down to Anderson in the corner, and the ball's out of bounds. Off on Arrows, so it's Knights ball at their own baseline. Collins bringing the ball in to Anderson over near the elbow. He's trying to get it back toward the paint. Passes it to Van Hornbeek. Van Hornbeek puts the shot up, and it was a miss. Arrows with a rebound, and they're passing it around to pass the defense. And 41's going to bring it down for the Arrows. He's over to the far side in the wing. Number 1 passes it inside to 14. And apparently there's a push on the Knights. Knights 3. Landon Gray with that foul. Arrows ball. 2's going to bring it in for the Arrows. Passes it into 41. 41 cross court to 31 for a long 3-point shot. And off the back of the rim, Landon Gray with that rebound. He's making a fast break. Down to the wing, stops for a 3-point shot, and shot's close but not in. 14 got the rebound, passes it out to number 1. Nope, number 2. Hard to tell on that number. 31's going to bring the ball down for the Arrows. Yeah, that was number 2 that got that. And now it's down to number 1 in the corner. He's going around a defender, puts a shot up for 2, and it's a miss, but he gets his own rebound, puts it right back up, and scores 6-0 for the Arrows. Gray's going to bring the ball back down, and timeout for the Knights. And I think that's a 30-second timeout for the Knights. Yep, coach says ref says 30-second timeout on the Knights. We have 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first quarter of the middle school boys game. As always, PCCS athletes, spectators, and families strive to set a Christian example at all times. And if you're unable to see our YouTube live stream for any reason, PCS also uses the Game Changer app, which is available on both Android and iPhone, where we try to update a play-by-play stream of the game inside that Game Changer app, and users can watch the live score on the app. Knights bringing the ball in from the baseline. Van Hornbeek to Gray. Gray's bringing it down for Van Hornbeek. Over to Van Hornbeek at the top of the paint. Out to Collins. Down to Anderson in the corner. Anderson out to Gray. He's going to drive along the baseline trying to find a place to put the shot up. Over the back of the basket. And nope. Gray ended up getting a second shot at that after getting the rebound. And drew a foul from blue 41. The ref showed 14, but he said 41, then he realized what he did, and he corrected it at the scorer's table. And the first free throw's up. That's the first score for the Knights this game. So it's 6-1. Arrows lead. Landon Gray for a second free throw effort, and second free throw is no good off the front of the basket. And Asher Griffith with that rebound tried to pass it, but the Arrows took it. 31's driving into the paint, put the shot up, drew a foul. Shot was no good, but he's going to the free throw line, shooting for 2. First free throw for the Arrows is a miss. It was close to being in. It was actually inside and bounced out. Still 6-1, Arrows lead. 31-second free throw effort is good. So it is 7-1. Gray's bringing the ball down for the Knights. Bounce pass over to Collins on the far wing. Back up to Gray. Gray all the way across to Griffith. Griffith back to Gray as he swings around. Out to Tyler on the near wing. Tyler going back up to Gray, and the Arrows tipped the ball, but it's out of bounds, so it's going to be Knights ball. That was 41 tipping the ball for the Arrows, trying to force a steal there. Almost had it. Landon Gray bringing it into Anderson. Anderson swinging around, getting some pressure, and number 1 with the Arrows steals it while he's trying to dribble. Number 1's going to bring it back down for the Arrows across to 31. 31 down to 41 in the corner. 41 driving along the paint, pass it across the court to number 2, I believe. Put up a long 2-pointer. It was no good. Anderson with a rebound, gives it off to Gray for a fast break. Gray driving all the way down, putting it up, and the shot is good. Score is 7-3 on the Knights. Arrows leading by 4 at this point. 41's bringing the ball down for the Arrows. Over to number 2, then to number 1 in the far corner. Put up a long 3-point shot. It was off the top of the basket. Knights got the rebound. Gray's bringing it down. Bounce pass inside to Schubert. I'm sorry, that was Griffith, Van Hornbeek, who put it out. Anderson ended up with the ball, and it's out on Arrows. Knights ball under their own baseline. Brady Schultz coming in for the Knights, giving Tyler Anderson a break. Brady Schultz wearing number 4. Griffith bringing the ball in for the Knights, over to Landon Gray in the corner. Single bounce in to put up a 2-point shot, but it was no good. And 14's going to bring the ball down for the Arrows. Puts it over to 41, driving straight into the paint, putting up a shot. No, put it out. And it's a good 2-point shot off of, I believe, number 1 from beside the paint along the baseline. Gray's bringing the ball back down, scores 9-3, Arrows lead. All right, pass inside to Van Hornbeek, out to Collins. Collins trying to pass it to Gray, and the Arrows saw it and just smacked the ball and took possession. That's number 1 with that move, and he's bringing it down over to 14. 14 back to 1, and saved the ball on the out of bounds, but number 2 traveled with it. That was a good effort on their part to keep the ball. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Griffith's going to bring the ball into Gray. Gray's bringing the ball across for the Knights. And passing over to Griffith. Gray's moving into the top of the free throw. And they passed it to Van Hornbeek. Van Hornbeek over to Collins on the far wing. Collins putting it up for a long 2-point shot. It's a miss. 41 got the rebound for the Arrows. He's going to bring it down. And 41 trying to swing it over to the near side, looking for an opening to put it in inside, goes up, puts it up, missed the shot, got his own rebound, put it back up. Griffith gets the rebound on that missed shot, and Gray's going to try for a fast break, and he's got too much defense. Well, they ended up stealing the ball from him. 41 was able to do that. Gray took the ball back. He's probably going to slow it up a little bit. Nope. He's doing a buzzer beater, and holy smokes, a half-court shot, folks. That was from another zip code. Landon Gray with a last-second buzzer beater from the back court. He was close to the center line, but that was crazy. I hope we got that on camera, folks. Wow. So the score is 6-9. I didn't update a basket for the Arrows on the scoreboard there. Let me see if I can get that right. All right. My scoreboard on the live stream now matches the scoreboard here in the gym, and I think that's accurate. 6-9, Arrows lead by 3. Polk County Christian School glorifies God through excellence as a Christ-centered educational environment that emphasizes servant leadership with a biblical worldview. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in to PCCS TV on YouTube. Knights are back on the court. Arrows are moving to the court. And I believe it's going to be Arrows ball on the far center line to bring it in. Number 2 is going to go bring the ball in for the Arrows. Okay, ref says white ball. Collins bringing the ball in for the Knights, gives it off to Gray. Gray's bringing it across and over to Collins. Collins over to Van Hornbeek at the top of the free throw, passes it out to Gray. And Gray tries to put it down to Griffith, but one of the Arrows, number 2, was able to steal that midair. They brought it down, and 31 putting it over to a long 3-point shot by 20. That was a good effort by 20, but the shot was not in, and the Knights took possession. And looks like a double dribble or a travel on the Knights. I think it was a double dribble signal the ref was given. I'm not certain. All right, 41 gives the ball off to 30-something for the Arrows. 31 maybe. Yep, 31. 31 back to 41, back to 31. Now down to 2 in the corner for a three-point effort, and it's a good shot for the Arrows. I think that was a three. Oh, I put that on the wrong score. Pardon me. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Yep, that was a three-point shot for the Arrows. Score is 12-6. Arrows lead. And the ball's out on the Knights. Arrows bringing it back in. 41 gives it off to 31. 31 bringing it down. And pass over to 14. And he's going out to 20. 20 for another long shot, and that's a miss. Van Hornbeek got that rebound, gives it straight out to Gray to bring down for the Knights. Gray taking it to the far wing, puts it over to Collins. Collins, well, the Arrows swatted it out of his hand, and it looks like it's out on, nope, it was tipped off the Arrows, so it's out on Arrows, and it's Knights ball on their own baseline. Collins bringing the ball in. I believe that might have been Van Hornbeek with a shot. I was fixing my scoreboard because it was not accurate, and it is now. So it's 12-8. Okay. Ball's over to number 14. He puts it up for an easy layup, and it just missed. Asher Griffith with a rebound, gives the ball off to Gray. Gray's got pressure, bringing it all the way down, driving straight into the paint, putting the shot up, and it is no good. 41 got that rebound. He's going to bring it down for the Arrows. 41 takes it all the way across and puts it over to 20 again for another long three-point shot. That's a miss, and Gray gets that rebound. He's got open court, and he's going to try and make it. 41 staying alongside him, though. Landon Gray going to put the shot up and drew a foul. He's going to go to the free throw line and shoot for 2. That was on Blue 2 with a foul. Score is 8-12. Knights trailing by 4. Landon Gray's free throw is up, and it's good. So that is 12-9. Knights are swapping out. Tyler Anderson coming back in for Brady Schultz. Landon Gray's second free throw was missed. 41 gets that defensive rebound. He's going to bring it down for the Arrows. And missed dribble, and the ball's out of bounds. First time we've seen that this game. Asher Griffith's going to bring the ball in for the Knights. Asher over to Landon Gray. Gray's coming down. Over to Collins on the far wing. Collins back up top to Gray. Gray driving toward the top of the arc, passes it to Griffith, who puts it straight up for 2, and it's a miss. And that was 14 with that defensive rebound. Gives it off to 41 to bring down for the Arrows. 41 brings it across, passes over to 31, and there's a travel on 41 before the pass. And subs are coming in for the Arrows. 34 and 1 coming in for 31 and 41. Asher Griffith bringing the ball in for the Knights to Gray. Gray's going to bring it down. And he's driving. Well, looked like he was going to drive into the paint, pass it over to Anderson. Anderson to Van Hornbeek for 2, and it's a missed shot. Arrows bringing the ball back down. Over to 20, back up to 1, back down to 20 on the far wing, up top to 2 for a three-point effort. Oh, close. 14 got the rebound on that. Offensive rebound over to 1 in the corner. Passes it to 14, who puts it up for 2, and it's a good shot for the Arrows. 14-9. 2 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first half, and I didn't update my quarters on the scoreboard. Now the quarters are showing correctly. And Landon Gray driving straight in, putting it up for 2, and it's no good. And that was number 2, bringing the ball down for the Arrows. Missed three-point shot. Anderson with a rebound, but the Arrows take it from him. And 14 rolls it out to 1. 1 gives it back to 14 and travel. His foot slid a little bit, barely, but it did. All right, Griffith bringing the ball in to Gray. Gray bringing it across. Over to Van Hornbeek. And puts it up for an easy 2 points. 14-11. Arrows lead by 3. Number 1's bringing it down, gives it to 14. 14-34. 34 put up a shot. Missed shot. Van Hornbeek gets that rebound. Passes it off to Gray. Gray's got a little running room. He's trying for a fast break and goes for the shot and drew the foul. No foul. All right, Collins bringing the ball into Anderson. Anderson on the wing, passing it up top to Gray. Gray passing it inside to Griffith. Missed the pass, and Arrows got the ball. Number 1's going to break it down for the Arrows. And he's passing it over to 14. 14's going to drive into the paint, puts shot up for 2, and just missed it. 14 got his own rebound, and the ball's out of bounds. Knights ball. Score is 11-14. Knights trailing by 3, and a minute 8 seconds left in the first half. Gray's bringing the ball down for the Knights. Over to Collins. Collins down to Van Hornbeek, who puts it up for another 2. Close, but no good. And Griffith got the rebound, put it right back up. Missed shot, and so the Arrows are bringing it down. That was number 1 with that rebound. Passes across to number 2, who puts it up for an easy layup, 16-11. 42 seconds left in the half. Gray's bringing it down. And tried driving straight in, but the ball was off a toe, and he lost possession. And the Arrows pass it over. They're going to slow it up and set up an offense. Number 2's got the ball. He's passing it, bounce pass inside to 14. And there was a travel, I believe. No, ref says jump ball. We'll go with that. You'll find that I don't dispute the calls because I don't know the calls, and I don't know the signals that well either myself. All right, 2 brings it into 14. 14 over to 1 with a 3-point effort, and it's out. And that ball was out. Ref says out on the Arrows. Nope. Out on Knights. Arrows possession. Their bounce pass inside to 34. 34 handoff to number 2. 2 over to 20 for a 3-point effort and a missed shot, but 14 was there for the rebound and missed his shot. It's out to Gray, and Gray with another 3-point effort that was close. 3-point effort, almost half-court shot for a buzzer beater. It was close, but that one was not in. So the score is 16-11. Knights are trailing by 5 at the end of the first half. All right, as promised, we're going to go through some upcoming schedule events for PCCS. On February 6th, middle school boys, high school girls, and high school boys will all have a basketball game at Forsyth against Riverview Christian School. And that should be live streamed right here on PCCS TV. And then our last game of the regular season will be on February 11th. That'll be high school girls, high school boys playing TCA Eagles versus PCCS Knights right here at Bolivar Middle School. So that game will also be live streamed. That's our last game of the regular season. Then we go into the state championship, and that'll be February 13th, 14th, and 15th in Joplin. 3 days for that championship. And that will not involve the middle schoolers for PCCS. I don't think that championship has any middle school teams. I think it's just high school. But we will be taking the high school boys and girls teams to the championship. In fact, last year was the first year PCCS went to the state championship, and the boys had a fabulous showing, but they were not successful in winning that entire tournament. The girls, however, did win the state title, in high school girls basketball for Missouri Christian School Athletic Association at the state championship in Joplin 2024, February of 2024. In Division 4, those divisions are based on school size and attendance. And so playing against other schools our size, our girls made a great showing. Our boys made a great showing as well, and it was exciting to see everyone. We plan to live stream all of those games that we can at the state tournament. It'll just depend on the schedule. We haven't seen the bracket or the schedule layout yet. So it'll depend on if the girls and boys are playing at the same time at different locations. It'll be impossible for us to live stream both of those, so we may have to record one, live stream another, and then upload the one that was recorded. We'll see how that works out. We'll know more information hopefully soon. I'm assuming before the game on the 11th, we'll have that information, be able to share that with you on the live stream, and then I'm sure that the school will be sharing that information on their Facebook page as well as soon as we can figure out exactly what the plan is. Other scheduling items, the PCCS auction fundraiser is an annual fundraiser for PCCS, helping us to grow our ministry and education efforts at Bolivar in the Polk County area. That fundraiser starts with the online auction March 3rd through the 7th. And then once the online auction closes, they'll start getting ready for the actual in-person auction on March 22nd. That's a Saturday, March 22nd. And that's in person at the main campus for PCCS, not the high school. That'll be the main campus at 2490 West Tower Road in Bolivar. And you can either stop by 2490 West Tower or call 417-777-2330 and speak to the staff at PCCS about getting tickets to attend that auction, which includes a dinner and some amazing auction items. Oftentimes there will be weekends in Branson, weekends in Lake of the Ozarks, golfing packages, sporting packages, just amazing stuff that you can bid on. And all of that goes to support PCCS. So that's a great endeavor. We would appreciate any support you want to give in the way of either attending with a ticket and bidding on items, or soliciting items, or if you're maybe a craftsman. I've seen online auction items and in-person fundraising auctions where people have brought in woodsmiths or woodworking craftsmen have brought in homemade or handmade poker tables or card tables and various other craft items, and those are always a great fundraiser. So we'd love to see your participation in that. All right, folks, we're down to 1 minute and 28 seconds left before the second half. And you're watching PCCS TV on YouTube. Both teams are back out in the gym. Angie, could you go give me a picture of the Arrows team? The roster. No, the Arrows team roster. Okay? Ask Mrs. Gray if you can take a picture of their roster. All right. Ref says white. All right. Ref says white ball. At the start of the second half, Collins bringing the ball in for the Knights over to Gray. Gray bringing it down Driving into the paint, passes it to Griffith. Griffith over to Anderson. Anderson with a bounce pass to Collins and back up top to Gray. Gray tried to pass it to Van Hornbeek, and the Arrows ended up stealing possession. And Arrows with a three-point effort. Around the inside of the rim and back out. But they get the rebound, put it back up for two, and it's good for two. So it's 18-11. Gray's got the rebound now. Brought the ball in. Passes it to Van Hornbeek, puts the shot up. It's a miss. And the Arrows with that rebound. That was number 31 with the rebound. Going for a fast break. Driving all the way down to the paint, putting the shot up for two. It's a miss, but he drew a foul off of Asher Griffith, 22. And so he's going to the free throw line, shooting for two, I believe. No, the foul was on the floor before the shot. So Arrows bringing the ball in, put it straight up for two. 14 gets a rebound on the missed shot, puts it up, gets another rebound on a missed shot, puts it back up for two, and it's now 20-11. Landon Gray bringing the ball in for the Knights to Tyler Anderson. Passes it off to Landon. Landon's going to bring it down. Over to Griffith. Griffith passing out to Van Hornbeek, up to Gray. Gray for a three-point shot, and it's out. Number 4 got that rebound. He's bringing it down for the Arrows. Number 4 over to 31. Off cross court to number 1. Feigning a three-pointer and driving in. Draws a foul. Off of Asher Griffith, white 22. Arrows bring the ball in, put it up top to number 1. Number 1 to 32, I believe that was, with a three-point effort. And folks, it's not my team, but that was a beautiful three-point shot, so it's 23-11. Gray brings the ball down for the Knights, gives it off to Van Hornbeek in the corner. Van Hornbeek to Anderson. Anderson up to Gray for a return three-point effort. It was a miss, and the ball's out on the Knights. All right, Knights are bringing the ball down. 31's got the ball. He passes it over to 32, 32-1 for another three-point effort, and straight in. So it is 26-11. 3 minutes, 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Gray bringing the ball down for the Knights. Bounce pass inside to Griffith, but 22 stole the ball. No, that was 32 with that steal. And passes it to 31, who drives all the way down to the paint, puts a shot up, and it's a miss. Landon Gray gets the rebound, and he's driving it on down. Going straight down to the basket and puts a shot up, and it is no good. Tyler Anderson with a rebound, passes it over to Landon Gray, and the ball's getting passed around, and Arrows end up with it. 31's got the ball, drives down to the paint, passes it out to 1, who puts it up for a three-point effort. That's a miss, and Landon Gray got that rebound. And Arrows tried to grab it and stepped out of bounds. Oh, blue ball. I was out on white. Nope, okay. Ref says out on white, yep. So it is out on blue, I'm sorry, so it is white ball. Landon Gray bringing the ball in to Tyler Anderson, gives it back to Gray to bring down. Over to Collins. Collins driving down to the baseline, trying to bring it in, puts it out to Gray. And Gray bounce pass into Collins, who keeps the ball. Well, 14 grabs it, takes it out of his hand. Arrows ball. Arrows passing it down to number 2. Back up to 31. 31 putting up a three-point effort. It's a miss. And Asher Griffith with a rebound on that. He's trying for a fast break. He's driving all the way down and puts up a shot. And look at that. It's good for 2. What a beautiful play by Asher Griffith. And the Arrows bring the ball back in. It's 26-13. Well, that got a rise out of the spectator crowd. Superfan section went off there. 14 with a three-point effort for the Arrows. Van Hornbeek with a rebound. Passes it off to Gray to bring down for the Knights. Gray bounce pass to Zach Collins. Zach went for the shot, couldn't get it off, so he came back down and traveled. And ref says 30-second timeout, I believe. Not sure who the timeout was on. That's okay. So it's 1:59 left in the third quarter. And there is Sir Gideon, the mascot for the Knights. That's a new addition this year. It's great to see Sir Gideon out on the court, getting the super fans worked up a little bit. All right, blue ball. Scores 26-13. Arrows lead. Number 2 is going to bring the ball in for the Arrows. Gives it off to 31, is going to bring it down. 31, driving down toward the baseline, puts a shot up, and it's a miss. Number 4 gets that rebound, passes it out to 32, takes it up to number 2 up top, and 2, driving into the paint, and there goes Russell, Phoenix Russell with a steal, gets the ball over to Landon Gray. Landon's going to bring it down for the Knights. Passes it over to Van Hornbeek in the corner. Van Hornbeek back up to Gray. Gray into Griffith, who puts it straight up for a 2-point effort. It's a miss, and ball's out on White. It's going to be Arrows ball. Good effort for the Knights. Arrows bringing the ball in. 31's going to bring it down for the Arrows. Pass it over to 2. 2, bounce pass down to 34, who puts it straight up for 2, and it's a missed shot, and Phoenix Russell with a rebound off to Gray. Gray making a fast break, and not sure who it was out on. Ref says out on White, I believe. Yep. I'm sorry, out on blue. White's going to bring it in. Asher Griffith bringing it in to Landon Gray, down to Russell in the corner, and Russell driving along the baseline, and ball's out on White. Arrows ball. 31's going to bring it down for the Arrows. 53 seconds left in the third quarter. 31 driving down to the paint and putting the shot up. Missed the shot, but number 4 got the rebound, put it right back up for 2. And the score is 28-13, 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Gray bringing the ball down, passes it into Asher, who puts it straight up for 2. And so close. And 31 with that rebound on a missed shot. And they're putting it up. 25 seconds left, put it up for 2, and it's good. So it is 30-13, 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Gray's bringing it back down. Pass it over to Russell. Russell driving down to the baseline, going to put the shot up, trying to draw a foul. Did not get a foul. And number 2's got the ball, going for a long Hail Mary, and it's a little short, but a good effort. All right, so we're going to fourth quarter action on PCCS TV. The score is 30-13 as soon as we come back into the fourth quarter. So we got a 1-minute break. Coaches are visiting with the players at the benches. At Polk County Christian School, it's our goal to encourage and stimulate a positive learning environment with a God-fearing faculty in order to advance your child's education and spiritual wellness for a promising future. Again, folks, if you missed the halftime, and I think I mentioned this in the first half of the game as well. As soon as this game is over, we're going to end the live stream, and we'll come right back within 5 or 10 minutes, unless we have some technical difficulties, with a new live stream, which you can find on youtube.com/@PCCS. I'm sorry, Yeah, youtube.com/@PCCS. And then if you add @live to the end of that, you'll go straight to any live stream that we have. Or you could just go to our youtube.com/@PCCS, and then you'll see our live there. There'll be a link straight to it. All right, the ball's back in. We're in fourth quarter action. Score is 30-13. Arrows ball, and Knights just stole the ball, and Landon Gray going for a fast break for the Knights, driving down to the paint, puts it up for a two-pointer. It's in. I gave that to the wrong team. It's Knights 30-15. All right, number 2 is bringing the ball down for the Arrows. Long pass to number 20. Takes advantage of the screen, passes it over to 32, down to 34, up for 2, and missed the shot, but 34 got his own rebound, passed it out, and that was number 20, I believe, with a long shot and jump ball under the basket. That was Van Hornbeek and number 2 on that jump ball. Van Hornbeek's going to bring it in for the Knights, over to Gray. Gray's bringing it back down and passing it over to Russell. Russell to Gray. Gray put up a 2-point layup, 2 for the Knights, 30-17. Arrows ball. Arrows passing it into 34-34 off to number 2. Gray giving full court pressure, number 2 to 20 on the far side. And 20 doing some fancy dribbling, got it around the Knights. Lost it for a second, but got it back. Puts it over to number 2, I believe, and travel. Okay, Knights ball. 4 minutes, 41 seconds left in the game. Landon Gray passing it into Asher Griffith, who puts it straight up for 2. That's a miss. And 32 trying for the rebound, and there's a jump ball. Phoenix Russell and Arrows number 34. I'm sorry, 34, not 32 on that. 34 is bringing the ball in. And long pass to number 20 because of the full court pressure. 20 passes it. Landon Gray got a hand on that, stole the ball, making a fast break, putting it up for 2, and that's a miss. But Phoenix Russell got the rebound, put it out to Landon Gray. Landon Gray putting it back up, and another miss. And Collins trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. 4 minutes, 12 seconds left, and it is Arrows ball. And sub Tyler Anderson coming in for Zach Collins. All right, Arrows ball. Number 20 is going to bring it down for the Arrows, make it a fast break, passing, trying to get it to number 4, and it was out on the Knights. I think that might have been Asher Griffith trying to steal that ball. So it's Arrows ball under their own baseline. Arrows bring it into 20, and he put it straight up for 3. That was a missed shot. And Landon Gray stealing that, well, getting that rebound, driving down, trying to put up a 2-point shot. Drew a foul from Blue 2 with a push. Asher Griffith's going to throw the ball in for the Knights. Passes it into Russell under the basket. Russell faking a shot, gives it over to Van Hornbeek, who puts it up for an easy 2-point layup, 30-19. Folks, I'd like to say the Knights are staging a comeback, but it might be a little early for that. Arrows ball, they put it over to 20 with a long 3-point shot. It was close, but they got the rebound, put it back up, and that's a miss. Gray got that rebound, and he's trying for a fast break, got some defense, trying to drive around him, passes it, and Arrows steal the ball. 34 is making the fast break for the Arrows. He's going to slow up and set up an offense. 34 cross court to number 20, and 20 over to number 2 for a long 3-point shot. So close. But Gray's got the ball. That was Asher Griffith with the rebound on that. Passed it to Gray. Gray down to Russell. Russell driving into the paint and put the shot up. It was off the side of the basket. Arrows got it, but Russell took it, and the Arrows took it back. Number 2's got the ball for the Arrows. He's needing some help, looking for it, and ref says white 3 with a foul. Probably a reach. Good effort on everybody's part, Arrows and Knights. All right, Brady Schultz coming back in for, I think that was for Collins, may have been coming out. I missed who came out of the game there. Landon Gray giving some pressure. 20 gets it across, throws it down court, and Arrows put it up. Missed the first shot, but get the rebound, put it right back up. 32-19. 2 minutes, 39 seconds left in the game. Landon Gray bringing the ball down. They're going to have to start shooting some threes if they're going to close that gap enough to make a difference. And Griffith got the pass from Gray, put it up for 2, and it was a miss. Arrows ball. And we got Collins coming back in for Tyler Anderson. Arrows ball. Knights look like they may be giving some full court pressure, but they pass it down court to 24. And Gray comes up behind him, sneaks up behind him, steals the ball from him. So Gray's going to bring it back down for the Knights. Swinging wide to get around the defenders, driving straight in and passing it out to Van Hornbeek. Van Hornbeek put it up for a beautiful two-point layup, folks. That was a gorgeous play. All right, Arrows ball. And that's 34, I believe, on the far side. Passed it to 2 driving down to the paint, putting it up, and it's bouncing off the basket. Gray's got the rebound. Gray's making a fast break all the way down to the paint, putting the shot up and drawing a foul. And the shot was good for 2. Looks like Gray's going to go to the free throw line, 34. So Gray's going to shoot for the end one. Score is 23 to 30, well, 32 to 23. Arrows lead. Gray's free throw shot was a miss, and number 4 gets a rebound. Hands it off to number 2. 2's bringing it down for the Arrows. Passing cross court, and there's Brady Schultz with a beautiful steal. And puts the shot up, it's a miss, but Gray gets a rebound, puts it right back up. No good. And the Arrows, number 2 gets that rebound. He's going to bring it down for the Arrows. He's going to slow it down, pass it up to 32, across to number 20. 20 putting it up for 3, and no good. Out to number 2, and travel before the shot was off. Still 32 to 23 with 1:13 seconds left in the game. And J.R. Clemens coming in for Asher Griffith for the Knights. Brady Schultz going down to bring the ball in to Landon Gray for the Knights. Gray's going to bring it down. Gray over to Collins on the far side. Back to Gray, swinging around for a three-point effort, and no good. Van Hornby got the rebound, put it up, and it was a miss, and looks like number 2 maybe with the rebound. Yep, 2's making a fast break all the way down. Passed it out to 20 for a shot. That was a miss, and the ball is out on the Knights. Van Hornbeek trying to save the ball. And Arrows are going to sub number 31 for number 4. And number 2 is going to bring the ball in for the Arrows on their own baseline. Out to number 20, who put it straight up for a two-point shot, and it was a miss. 20 got his own rebound, passed it off to number 2, I believe, and the ball's out of bounds on 2. .39 seconds left in the game. Folks, I got to be honest with you. This has been an exciting game. I know the Knights are trailing significantly, but they've closed the gap some, and both teams are playing really well. I don't think anyone's got anything to be embarrassed about. All right. Ball's out to Collins. Collins passing it to Russell. Russell bounce pass to Collins, and number 42 with the Arrows stole that. Passed it, long pass to 34, and Brady Schultz with a steal. And passing it over to an open defender, Van Hornbeek. 13 seconds left on the clock. Van Hornbeek with a three-point effort, and the shot was a miss, and the ball's out. 6.3 seconds left on the clock, and it's Arrows ball. Scores 32 to 23. Arrows going to bring it in, and 31 gets the ball. He's making a fast break down to the far end. Phoenix Russell there putting on some pressure. Arrows put it up for 2, and it's a miss. The final score is 32 to 23. That's the final for the PCCS Knights versus the Aurora Christian Academy Arrows, with the Arrows on top. All right, we're going to end this broadcast, and we'll be right back with the high school girls. Knights hosting the Arrows. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support on PCCS TV. And as always, this broadcast is copyright Polk County.